Welcome to Cooking with Fiona, episode 4. Today we are going to cook chicken tikka masala tenders. You can use chicken breasts or you can cut them up and make tenders out of them. So basically what we're going to do in the beginning, we are going to make a marinade for the chicken tenders or chicken breasts. So it's 1.5 tablespoons of garum, and I put this, by the way, on this sheet of paper, wax paper. A very good friend of mine, she went to the Cordon Bleu school in London, and she's an amazing cook. She really is tremendous, but she said, put all your seasonings on this parchment paper, and then when it's all there, then pour it in, which is what we're going to do. So what it is, it's 1.5 tablespoons of garam masala, a half a tablespoon of curry powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander, a half a tablespoon of salt, and you see I've got the tomato paste here, and we will have some brown sugar in there, freshly grated ginger, and 3 cloves of garlic, 2 freshly squeezed tablespoons of lime juice, and vegetable oil, and a quarter cup of Greek yogurt. So I'm going to grab all these herbs, and I'm going to put them in the bowl, which is going to be used for the marinade. Voila. So they're in. And then we're going to put a quarter of a cup of Greek yogurt. And we put 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we put 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice. And then we put 2 tablespoons of mazola oil. Or vegetable oil. I use mazola. So 1, 2, and then we stir that around, and we're making our marinade, of which we're going to put the chicken tenderloins in here. So it's a lot of delicious, delicate seasonings. And then we put the chicken tenders in there, and here. And then we put it in the refrigerator for 2 to 6 hours. So I'm going to put these in. So we're going to put these in the refrigerator. That's a long time to marinate, by the way, but it makes it delicious. Okay. Now, today we're going to start to make the sauce, but in between the sauce that we're going to put over the cooked tenders, chicken tenders, I'm going to put my hat on. My husband has been to India 28 times on business. And actually, I've been there as well on a visit. So what I have in our tent with the Hatfields, remember, so we have lots of hats in this house. So this is actually a man's hat for their wedding. And so I thought it would be appropriate because I'm making chicken tikka masala tenders. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to put in your bullet, which is a great cooking item. It's 1 cup of cilantro, 1 jalapeno, remove the seeds, 2, I always use more than 2 cloves of garlic, but I put 4 in today, a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, 1 tablespoon of honey, and a half a cup of plain Greek yogurt. And you put that into your bullet, and there you go. In the meantime, I've cooked some basmati rice, which will be served under the chicken tenders. So I'm going to keep that there. So let's talk today real estate, because you know that's really what I do as a profession. And I love it. And as you know, I've been doing it for 35 years. So we're going to talk about being a buyer today. Being a buyer and getting prepared to buy a property is a very serious process, just like I talked about the last episode about sellers. So in order to know exactly what the process is, give me a call, 534-9932, or text me on that number, or my email, fhatfield@brcl.bm. So the most important thing that a buyer has to do, a new buyer that is to go to your lender and get yourself pre-approved. I tell everybody this because you have to be pre-approved, because you never know what you can afford and what you can't afford. And I always say, I'd like to buy the Taj Mahal, but I can't afford it, so it's best you know exactly what price range you're in. Anyway, so you go get yourself pre-approved, and then we as agents can focus in on exactly what you're looking for, price-wise, and that's key. And then you tell us whether you want 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, an apartment, a condominium, a lawn, whatever you think that you require as a family or as a single person or as a retired person. So when you go to the bank, they will disclose to you their fees, and their fees can vary. Their interest rate varies with lending institutions, and talk to your lender about the interest rates, and talk to them about the fact that it could possibly be negotiable. So then you come back to me, Fiona, if you like, and I'd love to help you, and I can help you, guide you through whatever you're looking for. And I have a very, very famous saying that the Cinderella has to fit that shoe. And if it doesn't fit that shoe, don't try and squeeze it on, because it will pinch you for the rest of your life. So be very careful with what you choose and how you choose it. And I certainly don't push anything onto anybody that they don't really want. But please understand that there are extra fees that you need to be aware of. The 5% commission, which is our real estate commission, is paid for by the vendor, not by the purchaser. Okay, so we're gonna cook our chicken tenders. So we're gonna pour a little oil into the skillet, and skillets are excellent utensils to cook, as we've discussed. So I heat that up. It takes a little while. So we have to cook this vegetable oil and make it hot, because it needs to be very hot in order to cook. And we want to make sure that it's cooked through as well. And here we go. Yeah.
A few minutes later.
I'm going to turn this over because one side is pretty much done. And then you have to cook it through the other side.
A few minutes later.
So the chicken is cooked now, and so what we're going to do is turn off that fire, that gas fire, and I've cooked some basmati rice, and we're going to put that on the serving platter. So then you gently place the chicken tenders on top of the rice, and you decorate it accordingly with the chicken tenders. There we go. So here we go. Voila, all done.